All OnlyFans agency owners have a different management style, and the management style that I have chosen for my virtual assistants and my chatters specifically is the ruthless hard ass. I didn't want to choose this. I would much rather be the nice, chill guy that I normally am. However, the style of management that I have resorted to I've resorted to it because it's the only one that's worked. It's the only one that's given me an immediate, measurable, and extremely positive result in terms of revenue generated and like people doing what I want them to do. However, it is not all sunshine and rainbows, and there are some downsides to this style of management, which I will go over right now. This video, the pros and cons. What did I call this one? The pros and cons of being a ruthless OnlyFans agency owner. Now, this does not apply to models. I'm very charming with my models and very nice, and I act totally differently to them than I do with the chatters. Talk about that in another video. Okay, let's talk about the pros. So why do I do it? Why do I do it? Great question. Why am I such a hard ass? And when I say hard ass, what I mean is that like there are rules. You must follow the rules, and you will be punished if you do not follow the rules. Maybe like you think that in your head, but to them, it's very clear. To my team, it's very clear. Like, you don't do what I tell you to do, you're going to suffer, period. And I'll fucking fire anybody. I don't care. I'll fire all of them tomorrow. I do not care. And I'll find new people who will follow instructions, period. I like them. They're smart. They're good people. But like that, we're at that level of like fucking psychotic management at this point. And that's just how you have to be. However, the pros. What are the pros? It's more likely that your instructions will be followed. I remember once, who was I talking to? I think I was just casually, maybe was I talking to BTZ, or did I just mention it in the group? I don't know, whatever. I said it once, and I was like, somehow the topic came up. And what I said was, if people did what I asked them to do the first time I asked them to do it, I would be a millionaire. And it's true. Like, imagine how crazy this would be. Imagine that you hire somebody. Oh my God. Imagine you get a model, right? And you tell the model, I need you to make, again, I don't usually use this strategy anymore, but imagine if she did it anyway. Oh, think about this. I need you to make 5 Instagram accounts. No, forget it. I need you to make 10 Instagram accounts and 5 TikTok accounts. And I need you to upload 3 unique videos per day to each account. What is that? What is that? Fucking 25 accounts, 3 times 25, 75 videos a day. I need you to do it every day, 7 days a week. I need you to write captions. I need you to add hashtags. And I need you to send me screenshots of all the accounts every single day so that I can keep up to date on how they're doing. Imagine if all you had to do was just tell them once and they would do it. Can you imagine? And then, wow, think about this. This will really blow your mind. Imagine you have a VA, right? You have a VA. Well, I was going to say you have the VA do the posting, but imagine the model did the posting. Crazy. Imagine you have a VA who works 7 days a week, and you say to this VA, I'm going to give you 10 Instagram accounts, and I want you to send 50 outgoing messages every single day to models who have an OnlyFans link in their bio that have at least 100,000 followers. And I need you to send me a report at the end of the day. And imagine they did it. It would be crazy. You would make so much money. It would be like game over. The problem is that people don't do those things. People that work for you need to be told multiple times to do something in order for them to actually do it. And if they finally understand how to do it and they understand that they should do it, they almost always need to be reminded regularly at regular intervals so that they will continue to do it and they won't relapse into whatever bad habits they have fallen into. So when you are a hard-ass boss, when you are a ruthless and toothless OnlyFans agency owner, we need to come up with a different name, actually, because it's not just OnlyFans. I was going to say pimp. When you're a cyber pimp, when you're a simp hunter, I like cyber pimp. When you're a cyber pimp, you are going to manage a lot of people, and you are going to need to get your instructions followed. And It's the carrot and the stick. If I tell somebody to do something and they don't do it, and I fucking slap them in the face, assuming they still want to work for me, they're definitely going to do it the next time I ask them to do it, because they don't want to get slapped in the face anymore. So I'm not hitting these people because I can't, they're too far away. But if you hit them metaphorically, verbally, emotionally, then they're more likely to they learn faster. Let's put it that way. They learn way faster. I should have phrased it as that. They will learn faster. Number 2, the second pro, is that you will feel more respected. Now, I know that this will probably get twisted. Oh, you need to pick on these poor people because like you fucking feel bad about yourself, and like you need to abuse these poor Filipinos or Africans. Now I have Africans. That sounds really bad. But when I say that you will feel more respected, I don't necessarily mean in their communication to you. They're not going to, I think the pronunciation is kowtow, Kowtow, or kowtow, is it kowtow? I don't know. It's like a word that you only read and you don't actually use in speech. But basically it means fucking like really suck up and go out of your way to like fucking bow to these people and show them that level of respect. That's not what I'm saying. They don't actually do that. And I wouldn't tolerate that if they did. It's gross. But what you will notice is that they'll respond way faster to any message that you send them. They will take care to send you high quality communication. They will go out of their way to do a better job, usually. I was going to say not everybody. You still got to fucking monitor them. But like they will go out of their way to, let's say, curry your favor in ways other than their main responsibilities. And I don't know, but I would assume that if I were able to eavesdrop on their conversations about me, because they have like a separate Discord that they have just for the chatters, and that's fine. I don't need to be a part of that. Like I understand that like they want to talk, with other people without the boss there. Fine. But I don't know. I would be willing to bet that like I am shown respect in there as well. Just saying. Number 3, the third pro. It will weed out people who can't deal with pressure. When you are a hard ass, when you are ruthless, when you make it very clear you don't take shit from chatters, and the punishment comes, the people that can't handle the punishment will disappear quickly. And like, if you can't handle me just, making a video or like chatting to you in front of other people, how are you going to handle OnlyFans accounts? How are you going to handle the pressure of knowing that you need to bring in money every single day? There's no money at stake when I talk to you. There's no money at stake when I make a video about you. You don't have to do anything. You're sitting there passively consuming the information. It's a passive act. If you can't deal with that passive act, how are you going to deal with the like requirements? My chatters work 7 days a week. If they need a day off, fine. Like you want to go do something, okay, no problem. But like they all work. I only hire people who work 7 days a week. Like they work, I don't know how much they work, but like they're on the accounts all the time. There's no, I mean, if some of them are working 8 hours a day, like good for them for doing, I was going to say doing those numbers. Not all of their numbers are where I would like them to be. But anyway, they work all the time. It's their life. And that's how I want it to be. And the people that can't handle me correcting them in a colorful way will leave. So those are the pros. Let's talk about the cons. Con number 1 is that it is stressful for me. I know that every time I do a round of hiring of chatters, it's going to cause me stress. Every time I have to filter through applications, it's going to cause me stress. Every time I have to talk to new applicants, it's going to cause me stress. Every time I have to actually do the training itself, it's stressful. Every time I have to review a chatter's account that's not performing, that's very stressful. I don't like logging into an account and seeing chats that make me angry because it makes me realize the chatter's not doing what he's supposed to be doing and ignored my instructions. I don't like that. It makes me so mad, like furious. I don't like that. It's not fun to feel those negative emotions. I'm a super chill guy. Like I like yoga and fucking being nice to people. You hear what I talk about in my videos. It's all about good karma and being nice. But the reality is that if you're the boss, if you're the fucking drill sergeant, then you can't be nice. Nobody wants a nice drill sergeant, but people love their drill sergeants. They respect them because they know those motherfuckers don't fuck around. They will catch you on everything. They're looking for something to catch you on. Sometimes they'll just fuck your shit up for no reason. But people love their drill sergeants at the end of the day. So like, go explain that. Anyway, it's still stressful, right? I promise you that like a real actual drill sergeant in the military is very stressed out. It's not fun to be angry all the time. It's not fun to yell all the time. But like, if you want the best from people, you need to catch them on shit. I remember one time, this is unrelated, but I'm gonna tell you anyway. I remember one time we were in the Army. This is in basic or advanced training maybe. And we had a sergeant, not a drill sergeant, like an actual sergeant, who was a fucking hard ass. And we were all terrified of him. We were all terrified. If we saw him coming, we would like either try and like run and hide or like shrink or look away, because we knew it wasn't even about, I've literally never been so scared of another person. Me. And I was, I don't know, whatever. I was 23, 22. I was scared of this guy. He never hit me once, never once hit me. But like just the way that he could make you feel from his disapproval, it was like, you're gutted. You're like, oh God, I can't believe I let him down. Like, and he was cool, man. He was the fucking coolest guy ever. He was huge. He was jacked. He was super strong. And he was ice cold. Never once saw him yell, but everybody was terrified of him. Everybody, without fail. It was like a joke. Anyway, I forget what I was talking about this. Anyway, I forgot where I was going with this, but it's stressful on you is the point. Con number 2 is that it's also stressful on them. It's stressful on your chatters. Like it's not, I know that it's not easy to go to work every day and be worried that your boss is going to make you feel like shit. I've had jobs like that. I've had bosses like that. And like, it's not pleasant. It's stressful. I worked at a bar when I lived in Tel Aviv. I worked at this bar and it was run by this fucking English guy. And he it was like working for Gordon Ramsay, bro. I swear to God. And Gordon Ramsay, except he's judging you on like how you swept the floor. I was terrified, you know, a fucking grown adult man, terrified of another man because he yelled at me. It was crazy. It was stressful for me. It was a fun job, by the way. It was good working in a bar. But it's stressful on your employees to have a boss that's like, you know, a hard ass, basically. And you can make the argument that that is not good. Now, what I've noticed as a result of running this management style for a month and a half is that, yes, it's stressful on them, but that stress will cause them to improve at an incredible rate. Incredible. There's lots of benefits, of course. Like stress isn't always bad. You know, people who experience lots of stressful situations will be able to adapt more easily and more quickly to less stressful situations. And it's all relative. So that's very valuable for their professional development. I know this is a con, but still the main mental anguish is not like a pleasant thing. And if you're an empathetic human being, you don't want your team members to go through that. The third con is that it can create an environment of fear. And this is a big one, right? When you manage people, it's very important to keep your finger on the pulse of the vibe, right? You don't want to have a bad vibe. Okay. You want the vibe to be overall positive, but punctuated with negativity if you need to make corrections. Also punctuated by positivity if people do a good job. If people do a good job, I will recognize them. There is the competition that we post every day. That's like implied positivity, since everybody's scores are recorded and shown to everyone. That's a reinforcement that doesn't have to come from me. But if you're a hard ass, it can, they'll respect you and they'll do what you say. But like, you don't want, I mean, you do want them to be afraid of you, and you like the environment of fear is kind of a good thing. But I'll tell you one area where it's not a good thing. And that is that if something goes wrong, or if there's something that needs your attention, they will be scared to tell you because they know you're going to lose your shit. And this has happened to me a few times. Hasn't been like massive things. Like one time what happened, and they did ask me for help, to be fair, and I just lagged on the help. One time a chatter asked me to, he asked me for another account. He's like, oh, my accounts are really slow. I'm not making any money. Can I have another one? And I was like, I checked the stats and I was like, bro, those accounts are pretty good. Like, what's going on? And then I reviewed his chats and they were dog shit. So I had to yell at him. Another time what happened was, this actually happened today. I had one chatter. He crushed it in a day, sold $1,500. He's not a chatter who sells $1,500, but that day he fucking crushed it. And part of that was a couple custom orders. And the numbers on the custom orders were incorrect. And I found this and I brought it to his attention because I thought he was misreporting what he had sold. Like, you know, I have them do the daily reports. I thought he was like adding $50 here, adding $100 there to his totals because he wanted to get paid more. And that, I was like, not the type of guy to do that. I was surprised. And I was like about to fucking lose my shit because that's lying and stealing. Basically, that's not good. So then I brought it to his attention. I was like, why are the numbers on these different than what you said? And what he said was, I sold these custom orders and I feel like I sold them at too low a price. So I fudged the numbers and like added these individual sales to the total of the custom order and then just didn't report this sale. So like, not really terrible. Like he was just insecure that he had sold and he sold, that was fine. It's like $250 for a 5-minute video. I'll take it. You know what I mean? Model was happy. She didn't care. Another one was like, whatever. It was stupid shit. He wasn't lying and stealing. He was just, well, I guess he was lying. He was just insecure that he had sold it for not enough money and didn't want me to like yell at him about that, which is not good, right? You don't want your people to lie. You do not want them to lie. Lying is terrible. However, there is an adjustment period where they don't understand that telling the truth, even if there's going to be negative consequences, is the right thing to do. And, you know, obviously you want to have some tact. I'm not saying you need to tell the truth 100% of the time. Like lying is also a courtesy sometimes. But I would prefer to know exactly what's going on instead of being kept in the dark about something that I didn't even know because my chatter was afraid to tell me the truth because he was afraid that I would yell at him. So like, that's not good. Okay. Now I guess to sum it up, I still really like this management style. I'm going to continue to do it. And not only do I like it, I feel like it's added a lot to my own personal development as well. It's given me more confidence. Partially because of the improved results that I've gotten where like I feel I have more, you know, I'm more efficacious. Okay. I won't use a pretentious word. I don't even know if I used it correctly. Am I efficacious or is my method efficacious? I don't know. Anyway, I feel more like if I want to do something, I can do it. And the cons, you know, I'll just have to live with it for now. Cool. Thank you for watching the video. Be sure to like and comment if you have a question. Subscribe if you are not subscribed already. And I will see you in the next one.